Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Dane, your host. I hope you're doing great wherever you may find yourselves, and blessings to all of you wonderful people out there. Today I'm continuing my little mini-series where I talk about my top 10 favorite live album discographies of all time. This is episode number 3, so this is slot number 8, and today's band of choice is the British band UFO. And again, the running theme here is that there is just a wealth of material to choose from, and this is what I think to be for each band that I present or artist, the essential albums, the must-own albums. Again, just one person's opinion. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm including their first live album, which is live material based on their first 2 albums. Let's face it, most of us, myself included, consider their first de facto studio album to be Phenomenon, because that's really where they hit their stride and found their signature sound on their third album. But regardless, I have to include this live album because I do like it. I do play it quite often. And the albums in this list don't have to be stellar to be included. They have to be at least good. And I think this is a good live set. There are only 7 songs, recorded in Tokyo, 1971, September. Again, it's just called Live, although in a couple places in the world it was marketed different with a different title. You have some cool cover songs here. But there are 2 gems of this live release, and that the first gem is the live version of Prince Kajuku / The Coming of Prince Kajuku. And like the studio versions of these 2 songs, I've always wondered why they weren't reversed. From a chronological standpoint, shouldn't The Coming of Prince Kajuku be before the song Prince Kajuku? Anyway, regardless, they're both wonderful. The Coming of Prince Kajuku is just beautifully done and arranged. It's an instrumental. I love it. And then, of course, I have to include, and I say of course because if you've been watching this channel, you know I love a good epic track. And this song is Boogie for George, 11 and a half minutes exactly. Again, an epic track. I love this live version. I like this live version much better than the studio track. So there's the first album for you, simply called Live. Next is what most people consider to be their magnum opus in their live album discography, and that is Strangers of the Night. Here is the box set. By the way, just a sidebar, I hate most of the album artwork that Hypnosis has done through the years, but here you get the original facsimile, if you will, of the original Strangers in the Night LP. Disc 1 and Disc 2 are LP1 and LP2 respectively, and they do the original album artwork, thank goodness, with the original gatefold sleeve. And the tracks are Natural Thing, Out in the Street, Only You Can Rock Me, Dr. Doctor, Mother Mary, This Kids, and Love to Love on the first disc, which was the first LP, and then disc 2, the second original LP, is Lights Out, Rock Bottom, Too Hot to Handle, I'm a Loser, Let It Roll, and Shoot. And the rest is 6 discs. It's 8 discs total because these are the first 2. Sorry about that. And then the other 6 are individual shows because the original release of Strangers in the Night, which again is here, were songs pulled from these other 6 nights. So it's more of an anthology, as many albums were wont to do in the 70s. But since this is an anthology, let me go and share with you, in case you don't know this, what do you have here? Well, they're all from 1978, all of these remaining discs. CD3 is the International Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois, October 13th, 78. Then the next disc is the Kenosha Ice Arena, Wisconsin, 14th of October, again 78. Then the Tomorrow Club, Youngstown, Ohio, 15th of October. Then the Agora Theater, Cleveland, Ohio, 16th of October. Then the Agora Ballroom, Rush fans, you know this place, Columbus, Ohio, 17th of October, and then the last night, the Louisville Gardens in Kentucky, 18th of October. And 2 of the discs look like this, and this, very poorly done if you ask me. And then these are cool because it's like the facsimile of the canned disc, that the canned tape canister that the audio recording would go in, as bands were wont to do. I won't show them all, but you get the point. And then the track listing on the back. So I'm pretty sure this is still in print, and if you've not spent the money, I highly recommend. This is a worthwhile treat to get. If you listen carefully to the other 6 discs, you can go, okay, that's where they pulled the song for Strangers in the Night originally, that kind of thing. So I really like this. I'm glad I bought it. So got to include this. It's wonderful to have in your collection. Next is the out-of-print collection called Impact. It's got a cool cover over here. I only have this on MP3, but I do have it also in other MP3 formats, but I'll get to that. So originally, this was a collection, a 3-disc set called Impact. It's got a picture of the Earth with the superimposed bodies and faces of the band members, and then like the moon is crashing into the Earth. Really cool album cover. And the first 2 discs are amazing because it's the 1998 Wolverhampton Civic Hall recordings. It's very raw. I love raw recordings if they're good. I would say it's borderline in between very good and great, because I love a certain rawness. It just has a certain energy. The great thing about this, despite that it's not very raw, it's very polished, there's just something wonderful and dynamic about the original, mind you, is what I'm talking about. The original, the anthology here that you have. There's something it's just a magical night. Is it perfect? No, but it's close to perfect. There's just something about the band firing on all cylinders and beyond. All chips are in, for the poker metaphor, right? Just a wonderful, dynamic, magical night. And for this album, Impact, the first 2 discs of the 3, again, 1998 Wolverhampton Civic Hall. There's something raw and that energy or that rawness. Think, Metallica's first album, there's a certain rawness to it. Think Nirvana's first album, even though these aren't live albums. That rawness is so captivating and what many of us want. There's a certain vibe and energy for raw recordings, whether live or studio, and you get it all here. Just something dynamic too, but in a different dynamic sense from what I showed you with Strangers in the Night. And then the 3rd disc is Live at the Record Plant, New York, 1975. It's been released in many incarnations here on Impact, but then originally or re-released on Cleopatra Records as Big Apple Encounters, still Live at the Record Plant, 1975 in New York. And then it was re-released on the Force-It album recently, a couple years ago, on disc 2. So because it's out of print, Impact is out of print, and so is Big Apple Encounter, so you can find it. These used from third-party sellers. This, I believe, is still in print, where you can find it if you want to get it. It's good. It's not great, but it is worth having. And in addition, if you can't get Impact, or because you don't want to pay an exorbitant amount of money, you can still get an in-print version, and it's found on the Werewolves of London release. The Werewolves of London release, UFO Live, is the same recording that was originally on Impact, just a different name. So once again, Werewolves of London. It is still the 1998 Wolverhampton Civic Hall. All the rawness, all the energy, that dynamic magic night is still there, and it's wonderful. The difference between the 1998 Wolverhampton Civic Hall recording is that, with respect to Schenker now, is the band's great, but Schenker is just amazing here, whereas respect to here, he's doing a little something different. He's more, I don't want to say he's off, still good, not great, but as I said, but he seems to be doing a little bit more with respect to playing the notes differently or doing some improv, but I still like it. So anyway, there you have it. Whether you're talking about Impact or Werewolves of London / Big Apple Encounters, or just simply Live at the Record Plant, 1975. All right. Next, I showed you Force It with the disc 2, Live at the Record Plant. Next is the Lights Out disc 2. This is a year or two ago. a year ago, 2024. Live at the Roundhouse, London, 2nd April 1974, 2024 mix. You get Lights Out, Getting Ready, Love to Love, On with the Action, Doctor Doctor, Try Me, great live version, Too Hot to Handle, Out in the Street, This Kids, Shoot Shoot, Rock Bottom, Let It Roll, and Come On Everybody. A nice way to end the album, a nice treat. So yeah, and that's why I bought this, to get the live version, because I'm a live album freak. I'm a live album nut, as you know. So yeah, that's why I bought this. And it's worth having. Well, it should be obvious, since I'm a big UFO fan. Well, it might be obvious. I beg your pardon. I should never say that. If you've been watching this channel, you know that UFO is one of my favorite bands. They're in my top 10. So what I'm trying to say is that it should be obvious that a big UFO fan like me is going to buy something like this. Sorry about that. So next is the box set UFO at the BBC on air. For the longest time, the original CD or 2 CD set, just called At the BBC, was out of print. But then they re-released everything from that disc or 2-disc set, and then more. There are 5 live discs here, plus disc 6, which is BBC TV DVD. All clips here, previously unreleased, with an exception. Old Grey Whistle Test, 1979, and Top of the Pops, and Oxford Roadshow, 1982. So that's the 5th disc, or the 6th disc, excuse me, which is for your DVD player. Then, what you get here is, again, this is the booklet, 1974 to 1985. So you get more than one era of the band. Disc 1 is 1974. I'm not going to read everything for you, but there are 8 tracks here. Then you get disc 2, 1975 to 1977. You get 9 tracks here. Did I say discs? I meant tracks. You get 8 tracks here, 9 tracks here. Disc 3, 12 tracks. I'll read this one. Letting Go, Young Blood, No Place to Run, Out in the Street, Cherry, Only You Can Rock Me, Love to Love, Mystery Train. So you can tell from the track listing that this is the... Oh God, I lost my train of thought. This is the No Place to Run tour. Doctor Doctor, Too Hot to Handle, Lights Out, and Rock Bottom. Then disc 4 is 1982. 11 tracks ending with Mystery Train. Disc 5, just 8 tracks. This is the live at Nebworth, 22nd of June, 1985. Blinded by a Lie, Heaven's Gate, Reckless Love to Love, Night Run, Only You Can Rock Me, Lights Out, and Doctor Doctor. So a little stingy with tracks there, but that's okay. And then this is the TV disc that you put in your Blu-ray or DVD player. This is still in print. I bought it recently, about a year ago, for my brother-in-law for a Christmas or birthday gift, and he was super excited to have it. He didn't know it was a thing. And this comes in a nice case like this with all the tracks listed on the back. If you don't have this and you're a UFO freak like I am, this is a definite must purchase, my opinion. And so it is included here definitely as one of the must-own essential live albums, in this case a box set, for UFO. Next is Headstone, 1983 recording, released in 2009. This was made, they did a live record, they did a live at Hammersmith 1983, excuse me, and the reason this was released is because UFO, they thought they were going to break up, and Headstone essentially meaning that the band is dead. Think of Swans did a live album called Swans Are Dead. They break up, and next thing you know, they're back together again. You have 11 songs here. They're all great. We Belong to the Night, Let It Rain, Couldn't Get It Right, great song. Electric Phase, Doing It All For You, Long Gone, Chains, Lonely Heart, Blinded by a Lie, great song, No Place to Run, and Mystery Train. And your lineup is Chapman, Parker, Carter, and Paul Gray on bass. Yeah, great album. A little short on tracks, just 11, but while you don't get the true live experience, it is worth having. Okay. Next is live at Rockoplast, which I think is in Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And this is also a little cheap on tracks are only 12. Letting Go, Long Gone, Cherry, Only You Can Rock Me, No Place to Run, Making Moves, Love to Love, Mystery Train, Too Hot to Handle, Lights Out, Rock Bottom, and Doctor Doctor. Yeah, Germany, 2010 MIG Music. There's Pete Way with his Thunderbird on the back. And yeah, I think this is a must-own. The recording is wonderful. It's part of a Legend series. There are a lot of bands now that have their Live at Rockaplast CDs released, and I think there are yet more to come. So yeah, I think this is a definitely must-own live recording from the band. Okay. Next is something I have also on MP3. It's a live album. That's an anthology called Hot and Live. It's wonderful. There are a couple songs here and there where the recording doesn't sound top-notch, but at least it's good. But overall, I think it's a wonderful set to have in your live collection for UFO. It's a 2 CD set, in case I failed to mention that. And then this is a 1-disc, but a wonderful 1-disc release called Hot and Ready in Texas, 1979 is when it was recorded. Again, I have this just on MP3, so you'll see an image here or here. This is a must-own for me as well. And then finally, there's a wealth of releases that came out in the last 2 or 3 years from Cleopatra Records. I only have 2 of them on actual CD, and I thought that these would be great to have because they're time capsules of a certain era that I wanted. You have Lights Out Chicago 1980. This has Letting Go, Young Blood, No Place to Run, Cherry, Only You Can Rock Me, Love to Love, Mystery Train, Doctor Doctor, Too Hot to Handle, Lights Out, Rock Bottom, and Shoot Shoot. This was recorded live at the International Amphitheater, Chicago, Illinois, March 6, 1980. I was 12 when this occurred. And then Landing in St. Louis, We Belong to the Night, Let It Rain, Long Gone, No Place to Run, The Wild, The Willing, and The Innocent. Only You Can Rock Me, Terry, great live version of Terry, Making Moves, Doing It All for You, Too Hot to Handle, Lights Out, and then closing with Mystery Train. Recorded live at Kiel Auditorium. Rush has played there many a time. St. Louis, Missouri, March 14th, 1982. Again, there are a ton of these on Cleopatra Records. It's hit or miss. Some are great, and some are okay. Some are meh, some are good, and everything in between. I've not heard them all, but I've heard quite a few of them. I may go back and buy some more of these, but I love these. These are great. They're not perfect, but they're great sounding CDs. So there you have it. These are what I think to be the essential live recordings from the band UFO. See you next time for episode number 7. Take care. Bye now.